From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Northwest Alabama Heating and Cooling, blowing away our competition.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
Hi, my name is Randy Whitehead, President and CEO of People's Trust Bank. I invite you to view the live streaming of Hamilton City Council meetings every first and third Monday at 6:00 p.m.
In your perfect stay at the Holiday Inn in Guin off of I-22. Enjoy our amazing on-site restaurant and bar with a lunch buffet every Sunday. Relax with a quick getaway with your family and make a splash in our outdoor pool. Book your next event with us. Call us at 205-468-4625.
I'm Rick Chambliss with Marion County Funeral Home and Spry Memorial Chapel in Russellville, Alabama. This is Glenda Cochran, our manager out here. Under the laws of Alabama that was passed in 2002, a funeral establishment has to be certified with the state and carry a certificate of authority before they can even talk to anyone when the time comes is guaranteed to be there.
Tom Bigby Electric Cooperative was formed for the need for electricity to the local citizens that were living in the rural areas of Marion, Lamar, and portions of Fayette counties. This line consisted of 12 miles and 22 consumers on the road from Guin to Sulligent. Between then and now, there has been a lot of hard work and dedication from a great number of people to make this cooperative what it is today. Tom Bigby Electric Corporation would like to thank each member. You can contact us today at 205-921-6712.
Your story starts at Bevel State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevel State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties. You don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.
Go ahead and pray. Can we get a
Okay, we'll start our meeting now, and we very much appreciate everyone coming out tonight on short notice for our state champions. We're so proud that you've come tonight, and we want to just take a few minutes to honor you. We had a conversation about this time last year about this trophy, the runner-up trophy, and I asked you guys to bring this one to us. You were listening. Yeah, it's fantastic, fantastic. Y'all come on up, there's some seats in the front. But we're going to give Scotty a few minutes to kind of give us a briefing of what transpired in South Alabama, maybe over the weekend, and give us a little rundown. And Scotty, we'll give you the podium at this point. I don't really need it. I'm hoping the battery's good in that thing. Otherwise, you might have to just.
I'm used to going without it, so it's
okay.
All right. First of all, thank y'all for, and I've talked about y'all today. Times Daily has already come down, taken some pictures with the trophy and some of our seniors and the state champion, and going to do an article on us today. And I was telling how the city council was probably one of our biggest supporters. He goes, "You're not a city school." I said, "No, but they support all of our programs. I said, it's almost kind of like being one. I said, they are one of our biggest supporters, so I want to say thank you to all of y'all for everything y'all do for us and the school as a whole, so thank y'all. And this, you know, like you said, we've been here before for runners-up, and you have us here for the counties and sectional champs and all that over the last few years, but this one feels a little different. This one feels like going to the White House, you know. And this is totally different. Like, you know, that's what I thought about today. I was like, man, this feels like we're going to the White House today, you know, because this is definitely different than the others. So, getting into the girl meet, let me talk about the girls before we get to the guys. I don't want to leave them out. They had a top 3 finish in indoor this year, and they were the top 4A school because we compete against 5As. So top 4A school in the state in indoor, and had the highest finish in school history this weekend in outdoor with a 4th place finish. And they had 3 state champions. Meg Wigington was the 300 hurdles champion, repeat champion, and then Kira Casey was the long jump and triple jump state champion. So we had 3 individual state champions on the girls' side. Like I said, 4th place and top finish in school history and outdoor for them. All right, now for the guys, obviously state championship, qualified 16 guys for outdoor. So we qualified 16 guys for outdoor, and three I think, was it 3 not here tonight? One had to work, and one is at a football banquet, so because that was tonight. I'm afraid I'm going to forget something because I did not have time to write anything down today. It's been a whirlwind. We have 1 state champion in this bunch. Jake Webb was the pole vault state champion. Also, he had the highest height. You know, he jumped higher than any of the classifications. So you almost want to say he's the state champion. Right. So obviously, let's just do it like this. You know, all of them are state champions, but I'm afraid I will forget something. If you podium, please stand up. That way I won't forget. All right. So, Dylan Seagraves, he was 2nd in the 100-meter dash. He was 2nd in the 200-meter dash, and he was 3rd place, part of the 4x1 podium team. Elijah, and if I missed something, y'all please help me out. Elijah Dollar was 2nd in the 110 hurdles, and he was part of the 4x1 relay team that finished 3rd. And then JJ Vassar was on the 4x1 team that finished 3rd. And Hayden Abels is not here, 4x1 team, and he was also 2nd in the 300 hurdles. And 3rd in the 110. See, I forget something. Y'all turn around so the cameras can get a picture of y'all too. So. And then once again, like I said, Jake. But next year we got some more that's going to be on the podium too. But give these guys a round of applause. So these guys, and then I have a ton of volunteer coaches that would not be possible. I'm telling you, would not be possible without the Army we have. Matt Robinson helps with pole vaulting. He's not here tonight. Jeremy Webb helps with pole vaulting. We have Brian Wigington. He helps mainly, you know, he does a lot of our hurdle stuff. And Reggie Casey does most of our jumps, long jump, triple jump, high jump. And then Steve Dudley designs all of the workout plans and sends them to us, and that is what they complain about every single day. But you see what happens whenever you go through it, right, Dylan Seagraves? Me and him have butted heads a few times, and I'm the only one, but hey, it pays off, right?
Yes, sir.
So, am I forgetting anything? Or anybody? I can't. Like I said, you get up and you start talking and you forget. So,
when the newspaper man came by today for a few comments from me,
Yeah, I did talk about that.
I told him that training and dedication was how you win state championships, and this is exactly how I feel about it. And I've seen these guys hitting the road and doing their training, and they've got the attitude of winners, and they know how to get it done.
Well, for the most part, these guys didn't show up basically in March, and we started this. We've been going since last summer.
Yeah.
Now, we got a couple of football players, but, you know, they were training, you know, doing stuff, football and basketball in between, but some of them, I mean, they were even training for this during those sports. But, yeah, that's kind of the difference now. Used to, we showed up in March and started track and started getting into shape about the county track meet, but no, this is a little bit now. When we get to after cross country, we're in shape, we're ready to go, you know, we're going indoors, so it's a little different. These guys, and the girls too, they put in the work and the training, so can't complain about this group. Yes, that's exactly. The reason I have them to remind me. Elijah Robinson is not here. He was second in the pole vault, and Christian Ship, he was third in high jump.
Okay. I think I made a commitment to you guys about a track in Hamilton. We're getting there, guys.
Oh, is there a track coming here?
I've not heard that. Hey, that was the best story to tell everybody we didn't have a track on the lawn.
Yeah. Expectations are going to be much higher now that we've got a state-of-the-art track coming to Hamilton. It's for all of our citizens. We want young and old to enjoy our track for exercise purposes, but we built it to make more champions just like you. And that was our dedication in this. And the expenditures are certainly for an economic boost for Hamilton, but we had you guys in mind all the while. We want you to have a great track to run on. And I got word from Tim Kerr today that the asphalt is almost seasoned enough to have the running surface laid down. So we'll get word on the actual running surface for the track within a couple of days now. You're going to see things start to really come together. The final drawings and plans for our concession stands and bathrooms is finally finished. We're going to be able to put that back out for bids and get that building built. Got the announcer stand already built, but and the lighting is there. But we're going to get this thing completed, and we're going to just wait for more trophies to come in, more state champions.
Let me say one more thing, and I'll stop on this. This was something brought to my attention that I did not realize. It was a pretty dominating performance that they gave, and to put it into perspective a little bit, from 10th place to 2nd place, I think was 38 points difference. Between us and 2nd place was 38 points difference.
Wow.
So from 10th to 2nd, it was only a 38-point difference, but between 1st and 2nd, it was 38 points. And we didn't have people in, there's 18 events in track and field. We didn't have boys in 6 events. Like, we didn't have anybody in. So we're basically competing in 12 out of the 18 events and still won by 38. So it's a hats off to them, because they're the ones that did it. I mean, it was unbelievable what they accomplished this week.
There's 35 schools that scored.
Yeah, 35 schools that scored. So, but the top 10, if you look at that, that big of a difference.
Yeah. See, Greg, I'm getting in shape for you. As soon as we get the track finished, I'm going to challenge you for a race. Now, I'm going to want a head start. I hear you're the fast man on the team, so I want to challenge the best. Just kidding with you. I'm not going to challenge you. Yes, can we please have a picture? We'd love if you'd come up here on stage or right in front of us and let us have a picture. All the team and the coaches congratulations to your parents. I haven't said a word to you, but we're proud of your children, and y'all done a good job raising them to be warriors and competitors. Let's get the tall guys right in here first, and then let's graduate on out with the guys not quite as tall. And we're all standing tall. Yeah, trophy up front.
All right, CJ, you're gonna have to, I can't see your face. All right, JJ. Now, if y'all people in the back, we can't see you.
Yeah.
Come to the side so we can see you.
Yeah, we'll move to the side.
A little, Mayor, a little bit more. I got some, I'm still bossy. Boss.
You gonna get in?
Get in there, Coach Sanderson.
All right. I know, I thought, where do I get? I'm gonna get back in there between them.
I guess so.
Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Again.
Okay, thank y'all very much.
Yeah.
We'd love to keep it around here, but y'all learned it, so we're gonna let you take it on with you. Thank y'all for coming tonight. If y'all don't want to have to stay through 16 items on the agenda, it's okay for you to get that far. Good night. Just have a couple of things I wanted to bring out to our community tonight, just for informational purpose. We have our ordinance man now that's working hard out in our streets and byways, and some of the things he's working on are free roaming dogs and cats. So just want to remind our citizens that if you have dogs that are not being retained at your premises, would like you to reconsider that. And we're trying to get the strays off the street, and we do have a few diseased animals that I've been made aware. We have some animals with diseases like mange, and we don't know what all. Some of the foxes that are in our city limits have shown signs of being very sick right now. And so if you have animals running loose, might be a good idea to put them up. We don't know if these animals have a disease that might affect your pet or not. Especially, we're afraid of items like rabies. We're not saying we've got rabid foxes, but we've got some foxes with mange, and they're very sick. So if you got animals running loose, you might want to put them up. Also, it's mowing season. We're going to insist that folks keep your yard mowed on a fairly regular basis, so it's not a grown-up mess around your house and other people's property being affected by the look of your property. So we're going to insist that it's mowing season, so we all mow our yards during mowing season, and keep any loose junk that you might not be going to use again, especially garbage, rounded up so that it doesn't invite rodents and things like that to take up habitat around your house. With that said, we're going to pause just for a moment, have our invocation and our pledge. We'll get right into the agenda. We've got quite a long agenda tonight, but let's stand together and have our invocation. Our Father in heaven, we pause to thank you for such a beautiful day. Lord, we thank you for the many blessings that you pour out on this community. May we always be aware that those blessings are gifts from you. Father, we ask you to be in this meeting tonight as we meet to conduct the city's business, that we might do it in the proper manner. Lord, let us always be in your will and conduct ourselves like we should. In Christ's name I pray. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Item 1 on our agenda tonight is a recommendation to approve the minutes from the April 15th council meeting. That was our second meeting of April. Got a motion from Ross. We need a second. Sherry, second. All in favor of approving those minutes? Okay. Item 2 is a recommendation to approve the minutes of our special call meeting held on April 23rd, and that those minutes need to be approved also. Sherry made the motion. We need a second.
Second.
Scott Robertson made the second. Those in favor? Thank you. We have our minutes approved. Item 3 would be a recommendation to pay the accounts payable bills for April 2024. We need a motion to pay our bills. Got a motion from Ross. We need a second.
Second.
Second from Scott Robertson. All those in favor? Thank you. We'll get our bills paid this week. Item 4 is a recommendation to proclaim the month of May as Mental Health Awareness Month in the city of Hamilton to increase the awareness and understanding of mental illness. And this is a problem in many municipalities across the nation, maybe all municipalities and communities have these problems. So we're going to be more aware in May of this problem, and I'd like to make that as a recommendation to proclaim this month Mental Health Awareness Month. Got a motion from Wade. We need a second.
Second.
A second from Ross. All those in favor of that declaration? Thank you. On item 5 is a recommendation to approve the donating of $200 to the Welding Home for Girls, and they're having a special fundraiser. This is once a year, and we've been asked for a donation, and I'm recommending $200 to them. Sherry made the motion. We need a second.
Second.
Second from Wade. All in favor of donating $200 to the Welding Home. That's down on the Fayette County line, maybe just a little over, and it's been in business for a long time. There's a good number of teenage girls living there right now. They're kind of in their expensive years. All of them going to school, as I understand it, and this will be a help to them. Item 6 would be a recommendation to amend our original motion for scholarships to the esports to just donate a cash donation of $1,000 to help them get started at the Bevel State Community College in the esports program.
I'll make a motion as amended.
Okay. Ross is going to make the motion for that change, and it's got a second from Scott. All those in favor of that donation? Thank you. I think we're going to be off and running soon with the esports at Bevel State, and involve a lot of people. We're going to make just a cash donation on that. We can get your check out to you tomorrow. Item 6 is a recommendation to approve the purchase of a 2006 elevated platform snorkel truck from the Muscle Shoals Fire Department. The purchase price is $400,000. This will replace the 1974 snorkel truck of the Hamilton Fire Department that we currently have been operating. To make this purchase, the fire department has been willing to give $100,000 from the fire department's $3 million account towards the purchase. That would leave the remainder of the funds to be used from the COVID relief fund to finish paying the balance of that would be $300,000 or other resources, whichever we decide to do. We got a motion to purchase this. This helps us on our insurance ratings and things like this. It's a must that we have one of these. We don't use it every day, but we do need it. We got a motion to buy this truck.
Second.
Got a second from Ross. Those in favor?
Chief, you want to kind of explain a little bit about
Yeah, well, we've had this truck since '96, I believe, '98, I believe, is when we purchased that truck. Lawrence had refurbished it, redone it, we got it. Now we're just having trouble finding parts. It's just tearing up.
Is it worth selling or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say, put it on Claire surplus, and put it on bill deals, like the next
Still
day.
work?
Yeah, everything, as far as the truck working, it does, just parts are wore out.
Right.
You can't find them anymore, 74 model, so. And it's got some safety problems too.
It was 74, we got it in 98.
98.
It's 28 years old, we got it.
Yeah. We can get 28 out of this other one, we'll be doing good.
I'm proud for it, thank you.
You know this truck at Muscle Shoals too.
Yes, sir, they haven't had any trouble with it, they kept every maintenance record on it and everything, talked to the company that built it, so they're willing to train us on it, so that's. a
If
plus.
something happens to the 06, we can get parts for that.
Yes,
right?
they said we could.
Yeah, okay.
I'm good with it, thank you.
Well, thank you for the explanation. And I know for our insurance rating purposes, we really needed to have
Yes.
an operable snorkel truck for different occasions.
Yeah.
Fighting fires might be in the main.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
I gotta go to softball now.
yeah. Okay, thank you. Item 8 is a recommendation to allow City Clerk Angela Owen to open a new checking account with First National Bank for the ARC, that's the Appalachian Regional Conditional Grant for the Alternative Water Supply Project. And we're going to have to operate this through an account. She'll be audited on this account, so we've got to have a track record on this particular expenditures.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion, need a second.
Second.
Got a second from Scott. All those in favor of opening that account? Thank you. Item 9 is a recommendation to allow the installation of block safety license plate reader cameras at various locations throughout the city. Block Safety and the Alabama Department of Corrections are working together to install 3 solar-powered license plate reader cameras in the city of Hamilton. And the city will need to allow the usage of our right-of-ways for this project. And Chief, do you want to address the need of these cameras and how they might be a help to our community?
Yes, sir. I can't speak specifically on what DOC intends to use these cameras for, but I can speak specifically on how the City of Hamilton Police Department utilizes these cameras. We have 2 flock cameras located on private property here in Hamilton, and how they work for us, when a vehicle passes on to this private property in Hamilton, onto this driveway into their property, it alerts us if some person has outstanding warrants, if they're wanted for kidnapping, if they're driving in a stolen vehicle, and so on and so forth. This is, we utilize them. We have to have a specific reason for anything we put into these cameras. We have to have reasoning for looking up the license plates. It has to be related to some type of investigation. We can't just go in there and run anyone's license plate. We have to have a legal reason to do so. It's proved successful for us simply because it has alerted us to people that have outstanding warrants, dangerous people, stolen vehicles. Just the other day in Winfield, there's other agencies in the county that are utilizing these. In Winfield, it alerted them to a kidnapping suspect. And then, of course, all the law enforcement converged on the area, and they slipped through us somehow. But it's beneficial. That's how the City of Hamilton Police Department utilizes these cameras. I'm not sure on what the Department of Corrections plans to use them for, but they have to have legal consideration behind every action that they make for these.
So we have had experience with flock cameras, but you don't know specifically what the Department of Correction. This is just a request coming from them to install 3 cameras.
Yes, sir, I understand.
I'm assuming they have reasons to think they need these.
Yes, yes, sir. If I could make an accusation, I would assume that they're going to eliminate contraband. They can use them for different things, such as we use them for stolen vehicles, wanted fugitive, stuff like that as well.
I know they've had a few people run from the prisons, and they might have a pickup buddy waiting out there somewhere that they might identify who.
Yes, yes, sir. When we had the escape the other day, or when DOC had the escape the other day, we were able to utilize that same software to compare a license plate to a individual that was associated with the person that escaped, that led us to an address that the DOC investigators and the Sheriff's Department investigators were able to interview the subject in question. So it proved a bit of success for them, although it didn't lead directly to the capture of that inmate. You know, we captured him, but it does have its benefits for sure.
Are those license plates already in the system and that camera reads it? And how quick does it read it? Do y'all know that particular car has been tagged or whatever?
So NCIC is a nationwide criminal database that license plates and people are entered into, stolen vehicles, stuff like that. Those automatically upload to this same database. If we enter any kind of license plate or anything as it relates to an investigation or a wanted fugitive from our agency, we have to enter that, and we have to attach a case number, and it has to, that way we have cross-reference in case there's any kind of question as to why that's entered into the block cameras.
Will you have access to these?
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that we'll have access to those. It's been rumored that we will. We had a chief's meeting with the flock representative, and she said that we would probably be allowed access to these, but ultimately that's at the discretion of DOC.
With all that said, what we'd be voting on tonight is no expense to us. We're allowing our right-of-ways to be used within the city limits for these cameras to be mounted. And it will not cost the city money, it's just we're giving our permission. So, with that recommendation, if we want to bring this to a vote, then I'd like to have a motion and a second. Got a motion from Scott, we need a second. Second from Shade. All those in favor of allowing this? Thank you. Thanks for the explanation, we appreciate that. Item 10 is for our own water department. We're recommending to pass resolution 2024-5-6 for the annual municipal water pollution prevention program that will require the City of Hamilton Water Department to maintain and treat raw sewage as is required by ADM, Alabama Department of Environmental Management, and I would like to recommend that we pass this resolution here tonight for the water department.
I make a motion.
Got a motion from Ross, we need a second. Sherry made a second. Those in favor? Thank you. And this is an annual resolution that we pass, is that correct, Rodney?
Yes, sir. Every year.
Okay. And do we have to sign off on that and get it to ADM right away?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and follow through like we always do then. Okay, item 11 is a recommendation to renew contract with Avenue Insight and Analytics for their continued service for collecting sales and use tax and business licensing for the City of Hamilton. How long have we been doing business with them, Angela?
As long, I started in 15 as a city clerk, we were already using them at that time.
They do a pretty good job for us.
I think they do.
They take the burden of selling business licenses off of us. They do that customers every year, collect our taxes. We pay almost a little fee for that, I think.
I mean, we still do several years.
Yeah, we will issue licensure too. Anyway, we'd like to review that contract with them, we think, so I'll bring that to the vote.
Make a motion.
Got a motion from Wade, I need a second. Second from Sherry. All those in favor of renewing this contract? Thank you. I think that's a good move. I recommend that, recommendation 12 is a retroactively approved purchase of a 2024 Chevy Tahoe for the Hamilton Police Department. This vehicle was purchased from Donahoe Chevy for the amount of $49,375. This is a budgeted item. Will come out of the Hamilton Police Department's equipment purchase budget. And I'd like to make a motion that we retroactively approve that. Sherry made the motions. Need a second?
Second.
Second from Ross. All those in favor? Thank you.
Chief, is this an extra car? Is this one we're gonna sell, or just, we just need, we're down one, or what?
Well, we try to keep these vehicles rotated out, and I've got another thing on the agenda coming up here, and this is gonna help roll this next item into action a little quicker. So it's a budgeted item. We try to get 2 a year. This year we were only allotted 1, and we're actually decommissioning one vehicle that's having some issues. So we're going to decommission it.
We're gonna do sell it?
We may try to sell it. I'm not sure yet. There's some people that's got some ideas, so we may be able to put this one use in other areas. So it's going to be decommissioned on patrol. I'll say that it'll be removed from patrol because we're about to have to put some money into it, and it's going to be removed from patrol.
Let me ask you something else. A while ago, coming to council meeting, I saw, I think about 4 officers. How many do we have on shift? About?
We have 3 on at this time. On night
one's
shift.
probably rotated off. I just didn't know.
We had 3. 3
Three's all night until.
Yes, sir. We have 50% supervision at night right now, and tonight was one of the nights that we have a supervisor on shift, a supervisor and 2 patrol officers. And they do shift change right at 5, so it was probably swapping shifts.
I just wondered, I always seen 4, and I didn't know how many we had at one time.
We've got normally 2 on each shift, and sometimes a supervisor out. We're trying to get officers promoted into a supervisory role simply because on the weekends and on nights, it's nice to have a supervisor out to make some of the decisions. But tonight's one of the nights that they have a supervisor out. Yes, sir.
Item 13, we're moving on through, is a recommendation to allow $20,000 to be spent from the opioid fund awarded to the city of Hamilton for the purchase of a new K-9 officer, equipment and training for the new K-9 handler. We've got a K-9 now that's approaching 10 years old. I think we've planned a retirement date on his 10th birthday. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We're scheduled to retire K-9 Axe in August. K-9 Axe has made over 200 cases since he's been a K-9 officer, and he's mild-mannered. He's been a very good K-9. Chief Vickery added him to the force. I can't tell you when, I can't remember right now, but he's made over 200 cases with K-9 Axe. So the recommendation comes from a meeting with the opioid committee. Opioid committee is, or the opioid funds is from a class action lawsuit that just came down. I can't speak specifically on that. But the funding in this account can only be used for certain things: enforcement of opioids, education, and prevention, and among other things. So this money, after getting approval from the opioid committee, obviously needed to bring it to you guys, but they approved me to spend up to $20,000 for the K-9 and for the equipment for the K-9.
So that's just the top, the 20,000 is the top.
Yes, sir.
If it costs a little less, then we.
Yes, sir. It's probably going to cost a little less, but I went ahead and budgeted $20,000 just to be sure. And that's one of the reasons the vehicle rolled it in as well.
Axe has been a real fine help to our department.
Yes, sir.
You can't keep the paces forever.
No, sir. It's a sad day.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, got a motion?
Second.
Got a second. Shot. All those in favor of allowing the purchase? Get us another one just as good, okay?
I hope to.
We don't want one that bites people.
No, sir.
We've already gone through that route, haven't we? But anyway, getting the right dogs is so important. Our K9 unit is a real effective tool for us to work with. Item 14 is a recommendation to create the position of and accept applications for the position of school protection officer and part-time school protection officer for the City of Hamilton Police Department, as assigned and approved by Police Chief Jordan Carter and the City Council. And we're going to try to establish a new area of protection for our citizens and our kids. So I'd like to recommend that for a motion. Sherry made the motion. We need a second.
Second.
Scott Robertson made the second. All those in favor of those two positions?
I really appreciate that as well. This is one of the first steps in actually finding a person to fill this position. I lose sleep at night about this, honestly I do, because this is something that's near and dear to my heart. I know it's near and dear to y'all's heart, and I just thank you so much for considering this. And this is just to create the position within our organizational chart, because it's nowhere in our structure. It's an upcoming thing. It's new, and we don't have any kind of part-time employees as far as in our agency. So this will allow me to be able to draw from part-time employees and have a full-time employee as well. Fingers crossed, more than one.
Yeah. Thank you, Chief. And I really appreciate the department covering our schools as well as you've been able to, in the absence of a protection officer. But y'all done a fine job up to now, and we'll get even better, I think. And I'm proud to put some parameters in the bylaws of this work too, so that we know exactly what our guys will be expected to do.
Yes,
Not planning banquets and things like that. We'll be protecting the children.
Yes, sir.
This is good. Not that I'm against banquets. I like banquets, but we just don't want our people to be in that role. Item 15 is a recommendation to allow employees to take off Friday, July the 5th with pay only if the employee is willing to use one of their vacation days for this absence. The city has only approved Thursday, July 4th as a paid holiday. Some of our folks have asked about extending that by taking a personal vacation day. And I'd like to recommend that this means that the garbage that is normally picked up on Thursday will be picked up prior Wednesday, and the garbage that's normally picked up on Friday would be picked up on the following Monday. So we'll back up one day and double up, and then we'll go forward for the Thursday and Friday and get that on Monday. So with that said, what do you think, Council?
I think it's a good idea.
Got a motion on the floor?
Second.
Got a second? All those in favor?
And they're having to take one of their days.
Yeah.
So
they don't keep that vacation day. They're giving up that vacation day from their allotted vacation days to take this absence.
I might do that weekend twice. I don't have a day, but it's closed. Is that closed?
Now we move to the final item on tonight's agenda, and that's a recommendation to not renew our certificate of deposit 4498 that is currently held by People's Trust Bank. These funds will be placed back into the city's general fund if we don't renew the CD at this renewal date, and it's coming up pretty soon, is that?
Yes, the 8th, I believe.
Okay. So, recommendation, okay, got a motion, got a second?
I'll second.
Okay, I've got a motion, a second, to put that back in the general fund. We've earned some good interest during this period, and saw that we could do that, and I think it was a wise decision at the time we did it. Right now, I think we need to put it back in our general fund. All those in favor? Thank you. Is there any further business tonight?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we enter into quick executive session for pending litigation.
We've got a motion to move from this session into executive session. And a second. All those in favor of moving to an executive session? Okay. We won't have any other voting. Okay. This will end the matters of voting tonight, but we will be out of the building for just a minute in the other room to discuss a matter that's come up that we need to close our turn.
From a small dent to major collision repair, Hamilton Paint and Body is here for you. Owners Kim Guin would like to say thank you for your business.
Northwest Alabama Heating and Cooling, blowing away our competition.
Hello, I'm Richard Kitchens, owner of Sports Gallery here on the Court Square in Hamilton. I'd like to thank all of our customers, and thank you for watching the Hamilton City Council meeting.
Hi, my name is Randy Whitehead, President and CEO of People's Trust Bank. I invite you to view the live streaming of Hamilton City Council meetings every first and third Monday at 6:00 p.m.
In your perfect stay at the Holiday Inn in Guin off of I-22. Enjoy our amazing on-site restaurant and bar with a lunch buffet every Sunday. Relax with a quick getaway with your family and make a splash in our outdoor pool. Book your next event with us. Call us at 205-468-4625.
I'm Rick Chambliss with Marion County Funeral Home and Spry Memorial Chapel in Russellville, Alabama. This is Glenda Cochran, our manager out here. Under the laws of Alabama that was passed in 2002, a funeral establishment has to be certified with the state and carry a certificate of authority before they can even talk to anyone when the time comes. Is guaranteed to be there.
Tom Bigby Electric Cooperative was formed for the need for electricity to the local citizens that were living in the rural areas of Marion, Lamar, and portions of Fayette counties. This line consisted of 12 miles and 22 consumers on the road from Guin to Sulligent. Between then and now, there has been a lot of hard work and dedication from a great number of people to make this cooperative what it is today. Tom Bigby Electric Corporation would like to thank each member. You can contact us today at 205-921-6712.
Your story starts at Bevel State Community College. Whether you are just starting out or starting over, Bevel State has an opportunity that is right for you. With 5 locations serving 7 counties. You don't have to go far to start your own success story. Plus, with tuition lower than 4-year colleges, you won't need to spend more for a great education. Visit us online at bscc.edu to learn about your options for seamless academic transfer and high-demand career tech and health science offerings. Let us help you tell your story.